All right, for this week's Pulse of the Market. The market is going through a correction right now. The question is, how big will the correction be? There's talk of a 0.75% interest rate increase this month, and I've even heard that the increase could be as high as 1%. That changes things dramatically. The psychological effects of a 1-point increase will cause a pullback from most investors. It may cause a lot of investors to adopt a wait-and-see attitude on the market. Okay, I wanted to go over the changes that we've experienced over the last month and this week's sales pulse. Starting off with Orange County, the current absorption rate is 4.41 months. Prior to that, last month, it was 2.37 months. So it's a pretty significant increase, which means longer days on market and more inventory. And then looking at the monthly stats, as you can see here, the days to sell average is up to 36 days after being down into 22 days prior. The active listings, number of listings, has been increasing. Looks like over the last 4 months we've seen a pretty significant increase and almost doubled the amount of listings from the previous low. Monthly new listings saw a slight decrease from the prior month, but still that means that the market is slowing and activity is slowing. There's fewer transactions, and that's indicated here in the monthly sales. There was just 39, which is a pretty significant decrease from the prior months. So there's a big change there in Orange County multifamily sales. Taking a look at Long Beach absorption rate this month is 3.25 months. Just prior to that, the previous absorption rate was at 3.18 months. So not a lot of change there on the absorption rate, but still a slight increase. The monthly stats, the days to sell average is up to 45 days. That's what the maximum, what I'd like to see on a normal basis for days to sell average, no higher than 45 days. We'll have to wait and see how things progress, if things do change and that increases. The number of active listings was down slightly from 165 to 154, and the number of new listings was also down. So less inventory in Long Beach, but overall the number of sales were down also. So far we've got Orange County and LA or Long Beach as the monthly number of sales is dropping. All right, looking at Los Angeles County, the current absorption rate is 4.08 months. Previously it was at 3.9 months. Again, a slight increase, not significant, but still an overall increase. The Los Angeles County monthly charts days to sell average. The days to sell average is down and has been for the last 4 months. So there's still strong interest from investors in LA County. The number of active listings has been on an increase also, and over the last about 4 or 5 months we've seen increases in inventory. Number of monthly new listings is down from previous months, but not much to make much of a change. But number of sales is up slightly, but not very significant. Okay, looking at San Diego County. San Diego County had a pretty big change in its absorption rate. It's currently at 4.78 months. Previously was at 2.25 months, so quite a bit of an increase there. The monthly charts, days to sell average is up. San Diego County, as you can see, was typically extremely low in relation to other areas of Southern California. Now it's starting to pick up over the last couple months on length of time on market. The number of active listings, again, increasing over the last 3 or 4 months, and the number of new listings was only up slightly. from the previous month. The number of sales is again down over the last 2 months. It's been down, so we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if that continues its decrease. Okay, looking at Riverside County now, the current absorption rate is 5.5 months. Previously, it was at 4.18 months. So that's a little bit of an increase again also. The days to sell average is up quite a bit, up to 65 days after being in the 30s or 40s for the prior months. The number of active listings is slightly lower than previously, and actually looking quite a bit on the downturn for most indications. At least the trend is down. The number of new listings per month, pretty much the same for the last 4 or 5 months. And then the number of sales is down quite dramatically, down to 18, as you can see in January and through April of 2020. When it was at its lowest at 14, 12, and then again 14, which down almost at that same level at 18 per month. Okay, let's look at San Bernardino County. San Bernardino County's current monthly absorption rate is 3.32 months. Previously, it was at 2.62 months. So another area where we've seen a slight increase. The San Bernardino County monthly charts, the days to sell average is up slightly, but still pretty much on the low side in relation to its history. The active listings, the number of, is up slightly, and not all that significant what it has been in relation to the previous roughly 6 months. The number of new listings is down slightly, also within roughly around the range of the last 4 to 6 months. And the number of sales is exactly the same as last month at just 42 sales, and it's running about average, but a little bit on the low side of the average. So something to keep an eye on also, because San Bernardino and Riverside County are two of the better cash flow areas as far as cap rates and cash on cash return. So if investors start pulling out of that area, we're going to see a dramatic change in the market. What to expect? I'm expecting at least a 0.75% interest rate increase at the next Fed meeting. Inventory will continue its slow but steady increase, and we'll start to see fewer transactions. Days on market will also continue its slow but steady increase. We have yet to see values drop much, but I expect we will see values start to drop the further we get into the correction cycle and interest rate increases. Don't forget to look at all the closed sales, weekly stats, and monthly charts in detail in the full report on my website, MikeLembeck.com. As always, feel free to give me a call or send me an email with any questions on the market. The way to increase your wealth is to sell at the current historically high prices and find alternative investments where you can get as high or more passive returns and continue to increase your wealth. Let me know if you'd like me to analyze your situation and property to help determine your equity position for a potential sale or 1031 exchange. All right, that's it for now. See you next week.